All right, so we have a 1 through 5 system for the rating, where we rate a film or movie or comic or whatever on a 1 through 5 system, where we have five categories, 1 through 5. First category is visual and art. Second is characters, writing and dialogue, the X factor, and the hype moments. So, starting off with the visual and art design, I think this film has a very unique visual and art design, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's probably like a 4.5 for me in visual and art design. Probably 4.
Yeah, I'm not lie. I'm also between like a 4 and 4.5. Because I really enjoy the set. Because I get what they're doing, and it's the '60s, but with tech and whatnot. And I do think it looks really well for the movie. And it's not even just that, actually. It's also when they're also in space, that set or CGI scene looks really, really well done. With the if I recall correctly, it was like an orange space area that they were driving through, along with Galactus's when they were inside Galactus's ship. I think I think this is a very visually appealing movie in general. I just wouldn't give it a 5 because personally, I
Yeah,
think there it could have been more done, or was nothing that really like stood out that crazy to me. But for what it is, I think I'll give it a 4.5.
yeah. I think the retro futurist aesthetic is very well. All the set design, all the costuming is really good. My
Mhm.
main thing that's bringing me down to a 4 is I'm gonna keep it a stack. The CG is dodgy in a couple places,
Really?
especially near the end. Near the end, um, there's some like really weird baby CG.
Even though the actress did claim there was a real baby in there,
I'm sure, but like, especially during his last scenes when they're running around the city and whatever, there's like some real rough cartoon babies flying around.
Mhm.
Which it is what it is. I'm not gonna like get too mad about it, but like, yeah, there's a few instances of some dodgy effects, and it's solid, but I don't know if it pushes the envelope so much that I'd give it a 5.
Yep, that's fair. What
I,
about you, Beto?
I'm gonna give it just a simple 4. Aesthetics can go far and wide, but if that's all you can make of it, not gonna go well. But visually, it's stunning. The CGI towards the third act was a little bit rushed. I think there was like some scenes where it just looked like one actor in a green screen in someone's backyard, and some of the visual effects towards the end felt like it was the reshoots and whatnot. But it overall, it did look aesthetically pleasing during some of the Galactus scenes when he's like stomping down through New York. It looked really great because it looked like it was like a miniature set, and he was just walking down that road. And for all that, I think it was a solid 4.
Yeah, I think they actually did have some practical costume effects for
Yeah,
Galactus in the thing, which works out pretty well. There is a couple of scenes where he's like obviously green screened on
yeah.
to the scene, but other than that, it's pretty good. So, all right, yeah, that's 4. All right, moving on to the characters. I think this is the strongest point in the movie. I think it's a 5 for me. The main 4, fantastic. From Johnny to Sue to Reed to Ben, they all have great characterization. They feel like a family. Um, they all are doing their own thing and have their own personalities, but they work together pretty well. I really like Pedro Pascal as Reed and Vanessa Kirby as Sue are big standouts. And I think he plays a very good Reed, who's he's trying his best. He's trying his best, but he is plagued by the way his mind works,
Mhm.
where he wants to be the objective like Family Guy, but he just has to be like, well, I'm running the numbers, in my head.
Right.
But all that stuff's great.
Yeah, no, I was also kind of stuck on this one, but it's not a. I think the characters in this are really good, I think especially the bond between the Fantastic Four as a family, like you said, it's really they're really well knit. But
Was that the sound that needed to be done like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, well, it comes late, but it does arrive.
Eso es que ella dice.
But my only thing, I couldn't give it a full 5 though in the characters, even though this is a character driven story. I think the reason why I'm knocking off points is I think we could have done more with Thing. And like you mentioned it earlier, it felt like there was some scenes that were cut with like Thing and the girl. I feel like we could have I too believe we should have had like more scenes with them.
We could have had more Natasha Lyonne, but we didn't.
It also felt like he didn't really do much. It also feel like we didn't even really do much with him in general. And I get that this is with Galactus. Galactus is like a threat that like this isn't like a Thing is strong, but he's not like Galactus strong. You know what I mean?
Well, I can't really take because like a lot of times the Thing is like especially in every adaptation so far, he's always been like, "Oh, I'm so sad. I'm a Rockman now. Being a Rockman sucks.
Yeah,
I want to be normal." But in this, he's kind of chill.
Yeah. He's chill.
Yeah, it's like he figures it out. People like him and people like care about him. They just like they're okay with him.
And I think this is the first film to explore, because usually he has like a blind, love interest in Alicia Masters, who who's like a sculptor and is able to, and she likes him because she's not immediately turned away by his looks. But I'm glad this movie's brave enough to explore the fact that there'd be plenty of freaked out people that'd be lining up.
Well, I'll wait for the sequel.
Hey, bro, and this movie, Thing is the equivalent of a celebrity, bro. Like, it ain't no. You can really pick up anyone at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like we should have definitely had a bit more. I like what we did get. Don't get me wrong. I like the scene where he's just kind of going through the building's columns to make the building to give Galactus not a great foothold. And the clobbering scene is all right. It's all right. The clobbering time. I do wish he said that he embraced that catchphrase a bit more, but like at that point where he did say it, it was just like, oh, you're just kind of saying this to kind of, fill the quota.
It's better than last time. Because remember the last time we had a Fantastic Four movie, clobbering time was a catchphrase that
what he beat
fans of YouTube Robert would say as he beat him.
It's clobbering time.
That is still the most insane decision I think anyone has ever made. For like a superhero film. Like what are we? Huh?
It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, overall, I would say this characters is. Damn, I'm actually kind of stuck between a 4 and 4.5. But I'd say like it's a 4. I give it a 4.5.
Okay. Yeah, so like, man, they should make like a cyborg movie where where booyah is what cyborgs. the person in the neighborhood that robs him yells booyah. We need more of this, actually, I think.
And he says in the third act, when he's finally defeated the bad guy, booyah, shoots him right there. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Kawabunga is actually the last thing that the last thing that like Mikey's best friend said before he was like, died from like a gunshot wound on the street. Just tie catchphrases to like serious trauma for characters.
What about you, Beto?
Yeah.
What's your characters?
Characters. There were a lot of them. And I would say each character was very unique in their own ways. So I'd give it a 5. They were fantastic, pun intended, and they definitely shined the brightest when it comes to serious life-threatening situations. Pedro Pascal, as always, a fantastic actor, doing a really great attempt of being Reed Richards, and Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm. I, I I was very shocked in the line when she was like at the last minute, like telling I think it was Johnny, like, kill her.
Yeah, killer.
Kill her.
Yeah.
That shook me. Not a lot of
Walk
movies are
up,
Yeah,
brave.
yeah.
walk him down, Sue Storm, bro.
She's trying to take her nephew. Kill her.
There's not a lot of PG-13 movies that are taking that step forward of just shock of, oh, this is serious.
Yeah, it's a real like. Yeah, it's like that one meme where it's just like, man, what should we do? And on one side, it's me just be like, okay, yeah, well, we should really try to like negotiate and like we go, and then on the other side, it's Sue Storm. She's like,
Yeah.
and all that's played is Armed and Dangerous. Kill it.
Yeah, it's just the King Von meme.
How do we stop Shia LaBeouf, Silver Surfer? Kill him. So that was like the strongest point. Like, she was truly like, there was truly a remarkable scene there. The Thing, it was amazing. His fit was crazy. Just being there, is really, he was a really great character. I love him. Johnny, he's not just a dumb playboy guy.
Yeah.
He's actually is a playboy, but also smart in his own way. He's not as smart as Reed or as his sister or as Ben Grimm, but they're all smart in their own unique way. And whenever both Ben and Johnny are in the same room, they're sharing the same brain cell. So it's like, it's already just like just you've already seen this family before, and it's a really great ensemble of characters there. So I think it was a good 5.
All
Yeah,
right.
and oh yeah, just a little, just on Johnny a bit. I really like what they did with Johnny in this film as well. Like, because in all the other renditions, or at least live action wise, right? He's always like depicted as like he's depicted as a dum dum.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
himbo.
Yeah,
some hot shot.
but like here, he's actually like, well, no, he was also on the ship. He was like an astronaut, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
they don't
they
just
got into.
put people there.
They don't just put people there. So like, he's smart to a certain degree, and I think him walking in to find out Shabala's language, that was fantastic. That was actually like perfect. I love this Johnny, bro.
Yeah, I think that the Silver Surfer Shannon, it was pretty good too.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah, the Silver Surfer. She did a really good job. I know the actress from Ozarks. I think she played really she played the Silver Surfer really well.
Yeah, and the effect was good too, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to writing and dialogue. Uh, I think the writing suffers the most from my ongoing suspicion of the cuts. Where I think the writing's good. Like, on paper, I think the film's written pretty well, and the dialogue's actually pretty good and snappy. But this is where we ran into the issue where there's clearly dialogue written, referencing or built off scenes that simply do not exist in the movie that was presented. So I think what we got, really good, really good, but it's missing some bones that should be there. So for me, it's a 3.5.
Damn. I gave it, okay. Well, for me, I think the writing was, for me personally, I thought the writing was the strongest point of the film. I gave it a 5. Uh, I thought just the plot points tied together really well, and especially like the dialogue that was said to each other. Like who like when they came back and Reed gave that press conference, and he could have lied. He could have been like, "Hey, hey, we didn't get him due to some unforeseen circumstances, but don't trust me, we're almost there. We're almost there." But no, he was straight
Yeah,
up. He's like, "Yo,
we'll get him. We'll get him next time.
yeah." He was just like, "Yeah, no, he wanted our son. We won't give it to him." And that uh kind of showing his earnestness a bit. And I don't know, I like the dialogue pieces between like everyone in this film. It's also kind of rife with that 1960s type talking here and there, that see, I don't know, it's like that bad, but that old timey talk, especially when it comes to like the talk show.
Talk shows and interviewers, and yeah.
But yeah, you could see how much you get the vibe of like everyone's like relationship within the four, and then even outside of the four, there's Galactus, and just Galactus's voice acting, is really good as well, and him just being like, yo, I'm just hunger. I just keep hungering, bro. It's not a malicious thing. I can't put down the fork.
I do like the I do like the line from the Silver Surfer, right, where the opening line is like, "I herald his beginning, I herald your end, I herald Galactus." That was pretty good. Delivered very well. I like whatever accent that was getting put on for Silver Surfer too.
Yeah. And also, like, Silver Surfer was having a lot of good lines throughout this film. Like the one she told about to Johnny, where she's like, "Die with your own." Like, that's tough, bro.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, I messed with it. I messed with the dialogue heavy in this and the writing choices as well.
Yeah, writing dialogue, I would probably give it like a 4 on this one. It's simplistic and not. I don't know how to say this. It's just like most of it is pretty great. There's some great lines made by for Reed, where he shows a great father some look. But some of the stuff feels uh not too generic, but too just, I don't know, just like throwaway lines here and there. Um, it's not the best, but it's still good. I don't know how to put it, but I think it was just a solid 4. It's not like an overall great script.
Yeah, maybe it originally was. That's the dream, Beto.
True.
Once I get to the bottom,
Once we find the original script,
once I clean up these streets, we'll know.
Yeah, I had no complaints with.
All right, moving on to the X Factor, which is what is unique about this film. For me, it's gonna be a 3, and that's because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is still a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Marvel movie with some nice aesthetics, right? And I think the family focus and maybe the lack of quips, or not the lack of quips, but the reduction in quips is like, kind of makes it separate from the pack. But it is still a Marvel movie, fundamentally at its core. So I can't unless there's a clean break from the formula, I can't put the X Factor like that high.
Okay. Well, I gave the X Factor a 4. I compared it with not only the other live action Fantastic Four films, but also the MCU films as well. I think in regards to like the other Fantastic Four films, this is clearly the best, and I like the first one. I like the first 2005 6ish one. Uh, but yeah, this one I think it nails the characters a lot. That makes you really like care about them, and you really get to see like everyone's it makes you invested in their bond, and it makes you invested in their family. Uh, and also when comparing it to, like Marvel films, for instance, I think this does like step out of the pack a bit more in its uniqueness factor. Because I think what a cool thing about this one to me that I think it does really well, and that I don't see from the other Marvel films, is like this one is very like character driven, rather than action driven. Because like the real action in this film is like the big fight at the end with Galactus, and maybe like the Shabala, when Shabala was chasing down the ship.
I'm afraid you legitimately think the name is Shabala now.
Oh,
You know, I realize that you stopped doing a bit at some point, and it's just in your head as Shabala.
hey, it sounds better. It sounds better.
Okay.
Movie synergy now. Her name is Shabala now.
I like just the interactions with like everyone. I think works really well in this film. I mentioned it when I was talking about writing, but I think that's what this film kind of does the best. And people were saying like Thunderbolts was like a really good character defining, not character defining, character driven movie. Which it is, but it's not like, I don't know, like Thunderbolts still have to be like, but we need to like have some action scenes, so because we can't like let everybody's attention go. Like this one has kept my attention, even though it wasn't like explosions every 15 seconds, or uh a D street tier comes up from below to fight the Fantastic Four for a bit. So yeah, I'm not saying it's like, I mean, I have to really rank it against where I would put it, the other Marvel movies, but like for what it is right now, it's very unique to me. I don't think it's like the most uniqueness. That's why it's not like a perfect like 5, and I don't think it's character driven. It's definitely the most character driven in my, just from memory. But it's not. But it's not a 5 because it just isn't. I don't know. That factor of it isn't like a peak to me, but it is like very notable. It's very notable, and I really enjoyed the movie for that aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I think X Factor. It's unique, but it's just it didn't. There wasn't too much of a wow factor to me at all. I know that it was. I know the retrofuturistic look was really nice, but I think it was just only aesthetic alone, and they didn't. I don't think they used that a lot for the background. I think they just used that just to as entice. But then um as soon as it's introduced, it just becomes like it just becomes background and nothing additional further. So I just give it a 3 for right now.
Okay. So we also have
Surprise
Rice.
guest.
Surprise guest.
Woo!
Yeah.
As we talk about a film, I don't believe he's. You're muted.
I may make my temporary departure, but I shall return. Just like Thanos at the end of your favorite movies, kids.
All right.
I'll be back.
Hello and goodbye, Gray.
Wonderful. See y'all soon.
All right. So I also want to highlight one little extra bit on the X Factor, and that is the soundtrack. I would say that is pretty good. A lot of Marvel movie soundtracks are blend together so much. But I think Michael Giacchino,
Michael Giacchino,
one of those, did a good job with the Fantastic Four theme, and just a little bit. I'm gonna play a little section. Like the nice build up and pop every time, like at different moments. It really, yes, that is the Fantastic Four. They're here, and it separates it. I would say also from a little above the pack.
Yeah,
and I think that the Fantastic Four theme is gonna go up there. I think with time in a similar area as you think of like the Avengers theme from the MCU, because I think there's not a lot of big like MCU music themes. I think the biggest one's probably like the Captain America
The Avengers,
theme, the Avengers theme, and
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah, Spider-Man definitely has like a nice musical hook to it, and that's kind of like it. I think a lot of them are held up by pop music,
Right.
going in the meantime. But this actually has like a pretty notable theme that can be used.
Honestly, I still think it sounds generic to me, but I think in time, if if there's a hype moment in Avengers Doomsday where the Fantastic Four show up and that starts playing, I think that's where I would appreciate it a lot more.
And that's why you
Probably
up on the
Uh, uh,
they're probably gonna have speaking of themes, I doubt they'll use any of the Fox X-Men themes for the X-Men when they show up. Even though I think there's some good ones. I like the first class theme. I think is pretty good. I think they'll just go straight to the '90s, like for like maximum nostalgia points.
yeah.
I think they already have like a jingle for that. As well, when they didn't it like play when in Miss Marvel when
Yes, they did. Baffling, but
you're a
things
mutant,
that will never be
Kamala.
brought up again.
No, what's his name? Khan or
Kang,
No, Miss Marvel's friend or whatever.
buddy,
Yeah, it's gonna show up any minute now. Any minute now.
any minute.
Right. They're gonna form a super team with like Hercules and like Binary, and Gaia from Secret Invasion, and all those folks are gonna form like a really awesome roster of oh yeah, you cannot forget Clea, Charlize Theron's Clea. They're forming a super team that's gonna save the day in Doomsday.
Oh my gosh, I just forgot about that until now. My goodness.
Any minute now, they're all gonna come back.
Any second.
It's gonna blow you away.
The trailer's coming in right now?
Now, yeah. Watch it. It's available. All right. So last but not least, the hype moments in Aura on display. That's a 3, unfortunately. There's a couple of moments, but it's not like I don't think the film's going for like big hype. I mean, Galactus is hype, and I think Silver Surfer is my moments. The biggest moment that they have and the best sequence they have is the as I mentioned before, the space sequence when they're going around the black hole. That is probably a good use of the Fantastic Four. You get it encapsulates kind of everything about the Fantastic Four and makes them such a different superhero team, and the fact that they're like explorers and adventurers than your typical superheroes. But I can't. It's not like it's brimming with hype like other works.
Yeah, I'll say at Moment in Aura, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I did like the moments, but like there were like a couple moments that really like gave me like that. Wow, this was amazing. That was an amazing moment. I think a big one is when Invisible Woman was pinning down Galactus, single handedly. You know what I mean. She was really locking in. I thought that was cool. And another one that kind of like hits me is the scene where Johnny reveals that like he learned Shalabal's. See, I got it right this time. Shalabal's language. And he was actually like talking to her and able to be like, hey, I not only know your language, I know your history, and also remember all those other planets you went to? Yeah, these are their screams too. And
Yeah,
that was
a good one.
that was baller. That was baller. Honestly, it might even be I'm debating between 3 or 4, but I'll let you know after. Uh, that along with uh, also the initial fight with Galactus, I enjoyed. Just in general, I thought it was pretty well done, especially like the when they uh, especially when they met Galactus at first, and Galactus like, hey, yeah, you gotta have to handle.
Yeah, and those eyes glow.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. It's but like you said, it's not really an aura farming type movie.
Not all movies can be. Not all movies should be.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, I just like to bring out like the moments that I really liked, and after really thinking about all the moments I really liked in the film that I thought really stand out, I said 3.5, but I might be like leaning towards a 4, low key. You know what? Screw it.
A 4?
It's a 4.
Name all 4 scenes.
All right. Beto.
I'd give it a 2.
Damn.
Woo!
Yeah, I said it.
Wow. He's
Hey.
grumpy today.
Dude, is that you?
Yeah, Bait, just put a photo of Dooms of Dr. Doom
Honestly.
whenever I speak
Yeah.
from here on out. I'm just gonna say 2 because it is, as said, it wasn't a movie made to be a hype moments and aura kind of thing. I already got that from Superman, but I didn't expect it here because I think it was it felt like a more space explorer kind of thing. There were some cool scenes, obviously. I think the only 2 scenes that I think were pretty hyped for me was during the Galactus scenes, some of them I guess, and the space travel when they're trying to like drift through the black hole. I think that was a pretty cool moment there. But other than that, I think it was just narrative and story that was going on right now. Nothing to be like, oh man, I'm gonna clap my hands like a seal in the theater room.
That post credit, I was gonna talk about the post credits. That post credits was goofy, and I get it. I get it. I think the setup is cool. But like, it's the most. We gotta like throw something in there for the people. For the people demand their slop.
Yeah.
And
Congratulations for
and
seeing this movie.
it's just I think the goofiest part about that was the fact that one, you don't see anybody behind the mask. You don't see any actor, even though we know it's Robert Downey Jr. We don't see anybody at all on screen. And there's a guy in the green hood that's also, for whatever reason, holding the mask to the camera so you can see, the mask. And I mean, it got the people going. The people very happy in our theater. So I don't want to take that away from anybody, but that was a.
I messed with it. I messed with it personally.
It was the way it was shot. I got it. It's just I don't think it was shot terribly well.
That's fair.
It just needed that one shot of the mask and just the eye, and like probably Robert Downey Jr.'s just eyes just like looking insane. I don't know. That's pretty personal.
Robert Downey Jr. Just get a guy to just wear the costume.
I just like how like he was just aura from it a bit in Sue's living room, bro. He's just like, yeah, nah, I'm having in front of your kid, bro. What you gonna do? This is my. You ain't gonna do none. Oh, also the fact that like we didn't bring it up, but like there was like a scene where like Sue's having like this press conference with like the world nations, talk about some. I think it was like about some peace treaties, and they're panning over like the nations. And one of the nations they pan over is Latveria, and it's empty. And as people, in case people don't know, for the people for you non-comic book readers like yours truly, Latveria is the place that Doctor Doom rules.
Really? Wait,
yes.
Wait. This is the first time I'm hearing this. Please elaborate.
Yes. You see, yeah. So it kind of makes me think. So the fact that he's like gone, kind of makes me think that like maybe this is like maybe Doctor Doom already knows the Fantastic Four in this world, and they already have like beef. And the reason why he didn't come is because Sue Storm was given was given the talk, and he's just like, yeah, nah, you can miss me with that.
Well, usually the beef originates from the college years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they were going through that with the MCU, but
I am surprised there was no Wakanda.
I mean, Wakanda might not be in that world.
Well,
yeah, no
Crazy.
black people. Well, sorry, black people. It's not.
What if it just wasn't discovered? No, I don't know. Why am I making excuses?
But okay, all right. Tally up your scores. For me, my final score is a 3.7.
3.7. You say, damn. I could already feel it.
Cold world,
Cold and mine. My score is a 3.6.
Damn, all these low ass scores.
It's up to you to save Fantastic Four.
It really is. I was like, golly. I didn't know I was with Doomsday and no more over here. Anyway, it is a 4.3 for me. I don't think.
Oh, congratulations.
Right. By law of averages, the official Peak of Fiction score for the Fantastic Four is a 3.9.
Amazing.
That's almost a 4.
That's
a 4.
It's not a bad score. It's just not peak. That's okay.
I'll say this, right? Personally, the movie for me is like a 4 out of 5, maybe like 4.5. It's like around there, right? So I get it.
By law of averages, it is on the same level as All-Star Superman.
Well, there you go.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Well, hey, that's a burden that we'll have to carry for the rest of this podcast. Is that low All-Star Superman score? But what can you do?
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by for this quick bonus episode for Fantastic Four First Steps. We will play everyone out, but thanks for stopping by, and leave a like and subscribe and all that jazz.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted on more stuff that we plan to do in the future.
Read
We
more
have a very
comics.
special episode coming up, so stay tuned.
Drive safely.
All right.
That's on phone.
That's on phone.
All right. See y'all later.
See ya.